Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to another episode of whatever the fuck this is gonna be. Episode 47, yeah, totally. Went up another 46, you might ask. Anyway, this is gonna be a compendium of all the voices that I have under the belt, voice changer based and legit. So there's gonna be a whole bundle of those for this, about a few of them for both sections via voice mod and originality. So let's get on with it, starting with one of my very first founding voices, the Mark Hamill's Joker, as people know him as. So why not start off with the classic? You gotta start somewhere when it comes to these sorts of things. Never gonna know if you're gonna go a little crazy or not. Everyone liked this in the past. I should probably bring them back some more. Anyway, let's continue. Back over to my other voices, starting with Jax from the Digital Circus. I already sang as this before. And that's kind of crazy, just the way it is, just gotta go.
Keep it real, that sort of thing. Keep it nice and sassy.
Now, if you want to go sassy, though, you gotta go Roger from American Dad. That is the little better.
Or you can go the other side of the spectrum and go absolutely stupid. Stupid.
But then you can just reverse that and go up in a little high pitch, that sort of thing. Yeah, the golly gee willikers.
Of course, you could just bring it right back down into a Patrick Star. If you want to, go that sort of dumb. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Well, of course it is. It depends on how you use it.
Or you can go absolutely ratty as Junkrat from Overwatch. Explosions! They're always the best thing around here, right? There's so much we could do.
I mean, of course, there's many other things you can really do with the using voice mod to really help pitch yourself around if you know what you're doing and the impression itself underneath. And that's kind of how it works for me.
Honestly, using voice mod, it lets me switch on a dime for the type of stuff that I know I can't really do without my, own assistance sort of thing. Gotta go fast, am I right? Gotta click in rapid fire.
I mean, especially with voice mod, you can do stuff like Isaac Clarke, depending what you're doing, of course. Took a long time actually make this voice mod is kind of inaccurate for the longest time.
Depending on what you're doing, of course, it can actually be quite fun and hilarious if you're doing the right type of bits. Come on now, you can be itched to a delirious if you knew what you're doing.
Of course, I do not need all these voice mods. I can do stuff myself, like as I showed in the beginning with the Joker, Patrick Star, Junkrat, all that jazz. There's also characters that I do a lot, like
Stuart Gilligan Griffin. He's another one I do.
But of course, you have to learn accents as well to make some of them to work correctly, yeah? Just like Dr. Richtofen, Javier.
A lot of my voices are mostly just from my EQ and adjusting my audio on my voice mod and the voice enhancer edition. The rest of it's in me, though. I'm still doing it myself. This is literally just my Joker voice, but pitched around a little bit and excuse me. As I was saying, it's just a little bit of EQ adjustment and such.
In the future, depending on the situation, I will teach you on how to do this, and I think you'll enjoy it quite legitimately. Because if you can do this, you can do anything. I can do the voice, the accents underneath, but as I said, I use voice mod to adjust myself. Kinda cheaty doodling, but, still me doing it anyway.
But of course, I still have my original voice mods, like my Nix from the Panic at You, which uses my an impression and then goes off of that with a little bit of voice mod adjustment.
Of course, it purely depends on which I inquire. If I inquire an adjustment, I can absolutely go crazy into it. Isn't that just so much fun? Hi, Rosie. Hi, Ann.
Now, there's gonna be a lot of people getting up in arms about all that jazz, voice modulation and how sensitive it's not exactly AI, it's more voice mod, and I do the vocals myself underneath. I'm using it as a tool, just like a guitarist uses a pedal step board thing. I just adjust myself with the EQ and all that jazz, and, effects and such as.
And that's really bad. I have over 100 of these. Some of them you haven't seen before, and others I haven't really shown into the situation. But I hope you guys stick around and enjoy my situation. I know situations, if I ever get hired or asked to do voices, I'm gonna do it legitimately and not with any of these adjustments. This is all for just fun and such. I'm just here to sing in character, have fun, entertain. And I love doing that for you all. So, all in all, I hope that you'll stick around even after knowing all this truth. Keep it real and keep it lively. I'll see you guys in the next episode or whatever the fuck the outro needs to be.